Hello everybody, virtual Emcee Thamizharasan here from Chennai Event Professionals. In our online interview series today, I'm going to interview an eminent personality who is into very specialized topic. I can say the topic is nothing but innovation. When we say innovation, all we think like when someone introduced the word innovation to me, all I thought was when they asked me the question, I used to say innovation is nothing but finding something new. That is all the answer I knew, and that is what I have been keep on sharing for the last few years. But later when I did some research about this person and also about innovation, I got to know that there is a lot more than just getting new ideas. So I'm going to introduce this person who is a speaker, who is an innovation advisor, who is also an innovation consultant. And he has been helping the leaders and managers of top companies get the answer for the key questions that help them to build innovation capability in their organizations. So it's my pleasure introducing Mr. Krishnan Naganathan, founder of the Think Horizon Consulting. It's my pleasure having you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Tamer.
All right, sir. As I said in my introduction, when I say innovation or when most of my friends discuss about innovation, all we think is it's getting new ideas. So can you please just throw some thoughts on what's innovation all about?
See, everyone thinks that innovation is a new product or a new idea, but let's just step back and then see what is the greatest thing that happened in the last 10 years. And everyone will say Uber.
True.
Did Uber develop any new product? No, they didn't. What they did was taxi business has been in the world for a very long time. They disrupted the taxi business with things that already existed. The internet existed, the tools existed, the marketplace existed. So you had Amazon before. And what Uber managed to do was use a lot of existing things in an industry that was very old and redefine the way the industry works. And that's what is innovation. The other example of innovation people give is Apple. Apple never invented any of the product on which it's a market leader. They didn't invent the laptop. They didn't invent the mobile phone, smartphone. They were actually a late entrant to the smartphone. They didn't invent the iPad or the iTouch. None of it they have invented. What they have actually done is taken lots of things that existed, figured out new customer value that they can deliver with those, and actually delivered tremendous value in totally new way that has disrupted industries. So innovation, in a sense, one thing is of course a new product. However, you can do a lot of innovation without developing a product in the traditional sense. So innovation doesn't have to be a product development exercise. I keep saying that you don't have to be an inventor to be an innovator. What you need to be doing is to be able to identify customer and consumer needs and figure out a unique way of meeting that. That's what is innovation.
Thank you so much for giving ideas about the innovation, sir. When I give the introduction, I'd like to say you have more than 25 years of experience. So I'd like to know your education and your academic backgrounds.
I'm a metallurgist by training. I did my BE from Coimbatore, PhD college, and then I did my master's from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I was a researcher by background. And my early career was in research. So I started working in a steel plant as an R&D engineer. Then I worked as a product development engineer in Ashok Leyland. And over a period of time, I moved out from that. I worked with Ford as a supplier development engineer. And I was head of quality at Castrol, driving the transformation there. And since 2003, I have been a consultant, helping organizations on operations excellence, strategy, and innovation. Those have been the spaces that I have been working on from 2003 as a consultant manager. I today work with a global consulting organization called Innovation 360. They are actually disrupting the innovation space, innovation consulting space. So what we preach to others to do to their market, we are trying to do to the consulting market as well.
That's lovely to hear about your career. But this lockdown period, how has your career been changed or how it has disturbed you, and what have you been doing in this lockdown period?
Two things. I started by getting myself ready to consulting in a new way, which is, can we deliver consulting without being on the client side? Okay, and I can now tell you that there are some very important critical problems of clients that I can solve without being at a client site. We can do it online. A lot of the consulting work can be done online, and online is not just doesn't mean that you go on Zoom and start doing consulting. You need your tools need to be robust enough to be able to be delivered online. See, the clients also need to have a product that they can actually rely on to have online consulting. So that's what we've done. So the team at Innovation 360 have made their entire suite of products online ready. So today I can deliver ideation consulting online. So we can deliver rapid ideation programs online. We can deliver innovation assessments online. And we can, at this moment, we are launching a service of how to prepare for the future. You actually do an analysis of how the environment has changed for organization online. A very powerful way of doing scenario planning and decision making online. So we have come up with a lot of tools and techniques to be able to do consulting online. And I'm sure that in the future, a lot of consulting will be done online.
True.
Two, I wrote one chapter of a crowdsourced book along with my fellow speakers in the Professional Speakers Association. It's called Shifting Gears. I wrote a chapter on how the consulting industry will change and what are the things that I am doing for helping that change. So I wrote that book. That book was a Amazon #1 book for a week's time. It got published in the month of, I think, April. It's more than a month now. Just yesterday, I submitted a manuscript of my next book. It's a non-fiction book based on something else that I do, which is mountaineering and photography. So I'm publishing a book on my experiences in the Indian Himalayas, and so I submitted my manuscript to my publisher yesterday. So those have been the things that I've been doing. But a lot of things is about preparing how the consulting will be in the future.
All right, sir. Having kept yourself prepared for this future, and who would be a target audience during this lockdown period? Those who watch these videos, if they want to approach you, what sort of services they can approach you for this online consulting?
They said, I'm looking at 3 very specific things that are very relevant to people at this point of time. Number one requirement for organization is that the world has changed in these 3 months in ways that we could never think of. In this world, the first thing obviously is to get restarted, reboot, and start doing something. However, as organizations restart, they are going to discover that the future is not going to be the same as in the past. How do you discover what is your future going to look like? What are the drivers of changes for your future, and how is it going to impact you, and how do you work on that? That is something that organizations need to start looking at, and many organizations are beginning to look at that. So what we have come up with a very, very powerful tool, an AI-based global database, which helps organizations to analyze what are the things that drive their business. How is it going to impact? So we have a set of global drivers that we have crowdsourced globally. And we will be able to help organizations to identify how their business will be impacted and how to do a scenario plan based on that. And that is something that we are doing right now. I have 2 large organizations which are discussing how to utilize them for their organizations. I'm also running a masterclass for Young Entrepreneur School next week on how they should be looking at their future. It's based on this product. The second one is a title that you're seeing, ideation. What we are seeing is that open innovation is a big requirement in the future. You just can't depend on people within your organization to innovate. And ideation is the most powerful tool for that. How do you crowdsource ideas that can help you innovate? So we have a tool for that. We have a platform called Ideation 360. And that's the second thing that we are helping organizations with in preparing their innovation portfolio. So if you decide this is the challenge that I want to solve, we can help you with crowdsourcing ideas and coming up with solutions for that problem. So that's the second problem that we are helping organizations with. A third one is basically for larger organizations from a very, very strategic perspective, saying that how ready are we to be able to innovate? How ready are we in terms of having a culture that is suitable for innovation? So these are the three things that I'm ready to help organizations in new ways that is very different from the way traditionally consulting companies were working with.
That's great, sir. Workshop that's going to come next week. That's going to be a great boon for all of us. Thanks for spending your time with us, explaining your career and what sort of services you have been offering before and what sort of services you are going to offer now. As I said, in this rapidly, already world is changing rapidly, and because of this COVID-19, it has to change a lot. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, spending your valuable time with us. Looking forward to meeting you in your workshop and definitely with large number of participants.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, viewers, those who are watching this video definitely can contact us to attend our workshops and also for consulting on innovation. You can definitely make use of Mr. Krishnan, who has a vast experience for more than 25 years. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to get featured in this series, you can contact us. Have a great time.